Good early afternoon. Welcome into the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. We have some bullish news to talk about here for the day, at least as we're up over 4%. As we've talked about for the last several weeks, we were first trying to get out of a pattern formation that was the January of 2024 formation. We needed to get above and hold a back test at 52.8 cents, which we did just about a week ago, or if not a little bit closer. Then our next target was up to the July of 2023 pattern resistance, which will bring us up between 57.8 and 58 cents, which as you can see today being up 4%. We're well on our way to that next target. And then after that, it'll open up the door to first the pivot point at 60 cents. If we can get on top of this resistance, and then we'll be able to push up towards that 66.6 cent rising channel resistance from July of 2022. If we can get on top of that, then we can start talking about the November of 2021 pattern all the way out to the 2016 pattern formation that started with the all-time highs at 330 to 350 depending on exchange, and all the way down to 10 cents and some change on a 27-month convergence to the 2020 swing low that has helped converge now for the better part of 6 years, and it has to end in December of this year. The first comment I seen when I was trying to put something on there was FUD. Now, if in any way this is FUD, I think that you don't understand the terminology of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. What I've just announced to everybody and the way I've just described it, I've been describing since XRP was at 48 cents, talking about this 40% move. We're just in the process right now, and I speak of every single level. I appreciate your commitment, but you may have found the wrong community if you're going to come in here starting off negative. But I do appreciate your outlook. If you are watching right now, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this video. It's not just so that new members can find their way in here. It's so that old members are alerted to the live, just in case maybe that's not part of their algorithm anymore. And by you hitting the live update and hitting the like button during the live, YouTube will recommend this video and have found their way back into their feed, and now they can find their way back home. Because it's very important today, this technical analysis. So we have to pay attention to XRP over 57 cents right now. We'll pay attention to the immediate pattern formation resistance at 57.8 cents. We'll see what happens if we break out or get rejected there and see how it plays out. For anybody in spot trades, obviously you're not touching a thing. If you're in a leverage trade, 57.8 cents, as I said yesterday, is a stopping point first measure. So just pay attention to that level as we approach it. Other than that, Bitcoin's over 57,000, as I've been saying the past week, 2 weeks. If you're going short on Bitcoin, you better make sure that the rotation's over. Just because the relative strength index is oversold doesn't mean anything. Every time the short time frames get back to 50, it just pumps right back up. A lot of times it's not even coming out of the oversold range. So the bulls are in control right now. And I already told everyone, don't lose your short shirts and shoes, but that's already happened. The top hat and the glasses have already been lost. Most people that are going short now are stuck with the ponytail now. So at least have the ponytail. So make sure when you go short on Bitcoin, the rotation's over. We're only 12,000 points now from all-time highs. We're on top of a broadening wedge. We've already closed the daily over the broadening wedge, and we have a lot of room right now. A lot of room. So we're going to go over a bunch of stuff during this live. Make sure you tune in tonight at 6:30 p.m. during the typical live. But for the second day in a row, I found it important because of the rotation of the pattern that I needed to come on. I don't know if this will be for 30 minutes, if it'll be for an hour, if it'll be for 20 minutes. I have no idea. My voice is already lost. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. So at least if you appreciate me coming on and spending an exorbitant amount of time that I do, hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this and I can continue to grow this audience, as we are now over 20,300 subscribers, pushing 20,400 already, which is pretty incredible. So I appreciate each and every one of you. So I'll do the intro and then we'll get into the comments. Good morning, or good early afternoon, 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I hope you watched the earlier update this morning of 25 minutes. I appreciate the over 1,200 views that have already happened there. I did drop some information about possibly how billions would come into XRP with the emergence of BlackRock and the big XRP ETF, a possible, when that scenario could happen, is I personally believe it'll happen pretty close after the finality of the lawsuit is over with SEC versus Ripple. I think it'll come imminently after that. So that's not a secret, but that puts some perspective on that. So watch an update I did about an hour ago. It's just an article, breaks down a few things. This morning's update had a lot of technical analysis that front ran this move again. And then there was a short, but you're not going to need to watch the short because you're in here right now. So that's where we stand right now. So let's get into the comments. I don't know how many people are going to be in here because it's a weird time of the day. 57 people. Wow. It's a weird time of the day, but I still wanted to do my due diligence. So let's read some comments here and then we'll get on with this. Matt Holden, welcome in. I thank you for tuning in. The Stranger, welcome. And Matt, thanks for being in Tom's Army for at least 5 months with the XRP Meteor. I appreciate that. Mark Caston, Crypto Bob, welcome in. Bun B3LXL, good evening or good afternoon. Sean Crothers, welcome in. My main man from Maine. CJ2 Pilot, good afternoon. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for 5 months with the XRP Meteor. Jose, welcome in. Watch, recycle, repeat. Indeed, watch the content, recycle the friends and family, and repeat by coming back and watching the next live and or update. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the 589 badge. Daniel Carter, welcome in. He says you depicted the truth and it all unveiled, Tom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Christopher, welcome in. BITUNIX wouldn't sell me XRP. Thoughts? I don't know why, because I currently hold a few XRP on BITUNIX, so I'm not exactly sure why that is, to be honest with you. John London, welcome in. Oh yeah, and Christopher, thank you for being in Tom's Army in month 1. That's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. I honestly don't know, because BITUNIX has open relationships with the USA. As of right now, you don't even need to do a KYC to trade on BITUNIX, so I'm not exactly sure what the issue would be, as I currently hold it and I live in Michigan. John London, welcome in. Thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the 589 Moon Badge. Much appreciated. Matt Holden, yes sir, hit that like button. I appreciate you being in Tom's Army for over 5 months with that Meteor. Marika, welcome in. Infamous, good afternoon. I know you're in Tom's Army for a very long time on a different account, so thank you as well for being in Tom's Army for a long, long time. Messi, welcome in. Good afternoon. JBHK, welcome in. And I appreciate all the back and forth messages, my friend. And thank you for the generosity with your donation. And never be, for anybody who's ever sent a donation, whether 1 cent, $100, 1 XRP, a membership in Tom's Army, never think it's not enough. It's the act that means the most. Please make sure to hit that like button. Only 38 likes, 71 people watching. YouTube will not recommend this video at that kind of a ratio. If everybody hits that like button and there's 32 people, if you appreciate and respect my time that I put in, you appreciate the fact that I've kept us ahead of this rally, you appreciate the fact that I've given you instruction every step of the way and I don't miss a beat, hit that like button so I continue to expand my community. That's the greatest gift you can give me. It legitimately is. So what we were talking about in the opening is we started out in the January of 2024 formation. Well, that's not the right formation. We started in the January of, wait a minute. I didn't go up far. Wait, oh no, I see what happened here. I see what's going on. TradingView switched my stuff, so, because this is supposed to be the first XRP chart. And yes, as some of you know, there's 5 now. But, so what we have right now is XRP, the first chart. We're at about 57.3, depending on chart, 57.4. So on the first chart, this is the descending triangle. Every step of the way we called this descending triangle bottom now at 48.5, and we called for approximately a 40% move up to, at best, 66.6 cents. But they had levels. First is the January of 2024 formation, the descending triangle. We broke over, back tested the 528 back test, and also held the 534 pivot point. Now we confirmed a pattern breakout. Whether it was going to break down or not, it pushed us into the next region. So we had to understand the July of 2023 formation. And I have told no lies. I've shown you every step of the way. And somebody even snuffed out my long position on a futures trade at 544 on a 20x. So the person last night who figured out that I was in a futures trade because of how, was trying to give advice. I appreciate you understanding that, as it's up well over 100% right now. So, you know, there are reasons why you would learn these, and I don't advise you to do it, and I haven't been in one in quite some time, but it's just, I kept talking this pattern, and you know what? It's speaking to us. So this is July of 2023 formation, and right now we established as well, not just the pattern started, oh man, I removed it, in July of 2023, but we established an uptrend that started in January of this year, which ironically, yes, you've guessed it, is when that pattern started that we just showed in January of 2024. See how it all connects? Now this started our uptrend, so now we know as long as it stayed up here, we're attempting a pattern breakout, but now we have to come up to about, I said 57.8 to 58 for legitimacy reasons, but honestly, if we're being truthful, 58.3 cents approximately is where we're going to target. But I think I'm comfortable at that 58-cent level, just because then you're not overanalyzing. But it's technically, if you want to get to a technical aspect here, right around 583, and then it would break out of this newly formed ascending formation. And then if that happens, it opens up the door. Hey, Gene Herbert, thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the 589 badge, and also sending a $5 donation out of the goodness of your heart for, you know, for the time I put in and appreciation of the work. Thank you so much for that $5. It helps more than most people could ever even imagine. Because I don't do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships, and I don't promote any stupid, well, I don't want to say stupid, I don't promote products or anything like that, or BS coins that could make me a bunch of money off of my audience. Not all good money, or not all money's good money. And I don't like blood money. I like to build an audience, and I like us to do this together. So thank you for allowing me to continue to do this in my own vision. So that's the July of 2023 formation. Now the cool thing is we go back to the prior formation, and then it firmly opens up the door to this pattern resistance. And this right now up here, this is the rising channel that goes back to June of 2022, and that's 66.6 cent target. That's how we get that target. So that's overall where I think we're going. It's just we have those stopping points. Now the fascinating thing is, if you're new, and we have, holy smokes, 98 people in here right now on a Tuesday at 1:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's incredible. We got to do better on the likes though, folks. If you appreciate what I do and you respect my work, you've got to hit that like button. 52 likes doesn't cut it. That's barely 50%. YouTube will not recommend this video. I think what I've already shown you is worth more than just 52 likes. We're batting about 55%. We're at 100% right now in this pattern rotation. At least give me the dignity of 75%. Just for being a star, buddy. Crypto Bob sends $5. Really, my friend? Wow. Thank you so much. Crypto Bob says, Tom, I haven't been here from the start. However, been here over a year, and you haven't said a single thing that has been... Wait a minute. That has been useful? I didn't read... I didn't read what you said, the rest of it, but I'll reserve the right to finish reading that comment until I can actually read the whole thing. So right now we're looking in this rising channel resistance. Let's see. You haven't said a single thing. Hold on. I need to read through that because like it keeps cutting off on me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Crypto Bob. I'll give your comment the due diligence in just a sec. I'm caught in between saying the finish of this rotation and the comment pops back up. So we popped out of this formation. We know the July of 2023 formation. The resistance is up at 583. So here, let's read this. Tom, I haven't been here from the start. I've ever been here for over a year. You haven't said a single thing that has been useful. Everything has been useful. You're a legend, buddy. Oh, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much, Crypto Bob. And thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Jeff, welcome in. Thank you so much. Michael, good afternoon. Crazy Cheeto, welcome in. Yes, USA indeed. Tricky times are in. So the rising channel resistance is about 66.6 cents up here. It's a little bit higher, I guess. But when you look at it in the shorter time frame, 66.6 is a legitimate area. It's just we keep coming up a little bit by day. So we might have to push it out to 67 cents here. But this is really interesting, though, because if we open this up to the all-time pattern, and we have to catch everybody up who's new. And we have 105 people, so some are new. So the all-time formation, as we talked about in the opening, is going back to January of 2018, which is the swing high all the way back here. the all-time high, actually, not just the swing high. That's the all-time high between 330 and 350, depending on exchange. 27 months down here, and this is where the uptrend starts in March of 2020. Ironically, we have another big breakout and then big retracement after the lawsuit in December of 2020, immediately followed by a massive rally to the next resistance, downtrending resistance, confirming that the downtrend is on. And this was a massive bear market rally up to $1.97. We sold at $1.66 after buying at 47 cents for transparency in the community. I told everybody we're going to have a massive consolidation back down. I did not buy back in after selling at $1.66. We made massive profits until 34.6 cents when it retested the uptrend in 23. I did buy one time when it retested in 22 at 2.286, sold out at 42 or 43 cents to build capital for the rest of my holdings. As some know, I spent over 10 grand in profits from the first bull run or mini bear market rally, but a lot were in a bull run on precious metals. For gold around 1700 and silver around 16 to 18. I was trying to get the community to buy it in 22. So I had to build a little more capital than I had, and we built a $7,000, just over $7,000 portfolio, and right now it's around $14,800 roughly. Not bad for a bear market. And then XRP continued to move out. We hit support again in 23, and now we speculate that it has to come up, even if it's bearish, that it would come up in time. And I think the other chart's actually a little easier to see, but it comes up in time. We would have to come up here to about 75 cents. The other chart has two different patterns. This is just the all-time pattern in itself. But this is where we speculate in time it would have to come up to, even if we're bearish, to get that third hit of resistance to confirm this formation. And then that could confirm that it would have to run out until December, until possibly December, if this is the formation uptrend that holds. And this 6-year converging pattern, it finally breaks out, I suppose, or breaks down, but it has to make a move in December of 2024 at the latest. After almost 7 years, that would be 7-year convergence by then. So pay attention to that. Yes, Sean, XDC is dogging, but it had allowed me to build my portfolio now up to 40,000, just over 40,000 XDC. So it's something I've been wanting to do. So it brought my average up from 0.028 to about 0.031, but I took advantage of the recent dip and expanded my, actually it's about 0.033 now that I think about it, because I expanded it to 40,000. So I sacrificed a little bit of positioning because I wanted to get the 40. There was just something about XDC that it's so undervalued in this descending triangle. We'll go over that in this live as well. But I did expand my holdings yesterday or early this AM on the way down. FYI, that is something that I went outside myself to do because I seen an opportunity present itself. So we'll see what happens there, and I don't care if it goes down more. I'll continue to build, and if I somehow was able to get to 100,000, I'd feel blessed. But XRP, this move to 75 cents is something that I could see happening, even if we're bearish. Even if we're bearish. So that's to catch us up, and right now, I'm not lying to anybody. We're up to 576. We're trying to see how we react. So it's 583. So now we're making a push to 58.3 cents. And, if you watch each and every day, you can do exactly what I do. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm not trying to make any money off of you. I just want as many people as possible when the time comes to be able to have some kind of positioning in the future. That's it. That's legitimately all I want. I want you to be able to take advantage of these moments. And again, I'm not lying. I put a futures trade, and I don't like to show it, but since somebody called me out so you can see the parameters, because I talked about it, I know it's going to be hard to see, but it is up 112%. It's only $291 at 20x at 545. I thought it was 544, so 545. That's because I talked about it, so I feel like I have to be transparent. So I'm targeting that 583 mark for the first layer resistance. In my own head, around 578, 58 cents, but now that I actually see it, it is around 583 as we look at this pattern as a whole. So we have to look at this as a whole. And I am very transparent with my audience because I want you to be able to do exactly what we do here. I don't want you to have questions. And the ones who donate and join Tom's Army, they legitimately are paying it forward because I put such an extraordinary amount of time into this and effort. And some have made a lot of money. I don't even want to discuss it. but there are some very wealthy people in this audience base. So they do show appreciation from time to time. The members of Tom's Army let me fund this. And if you do appreciate what I do, consider joining Tom's Army, especially in a time when we're going up a little bit. Or all I ask is one YouTube super chat per month if you appreciate my work. It's coming to the end of the month. Consider sending, if you haven't donated at all. And then next month, we're going to continue to expand on what we're doing because we're continuing the expansion of the accumulation phase. A lot of them we've already accumulated, and now we're just waiting. So we're looking right now for this push up to 58. Let's just say 58.1 cents. I'm uncomfortable saying 58.3. 58.1 cents. Let's see how we react. And likely on a leverage trade, that's where you would signal a sell, and then you would see if it has to consolidate. Because Bitcoin has had a big run. What if XRP 58.1? And then if this uptrend still holds, it needs to come to 545. But I'm not just saying get rid of a position on a leverage. I'm saying this is your first area where you have to say, okay, we've wrote it up, and now this is an area of major resistance. So that's where your first opportunity is, and we're almost there. So just pay attention. If in the spot position where I believe you should be, as I've been accumulating and been in since 34.6 cents on this new rotation in 2023 and on, I think we're in a fantastic spot. We're just in a fantastic spot right now, and we're waiting for this to culminate. Waiting for this to culminate. 58 cents, how exciting. It's levels by levels. You make it as exciting as it needs to be. I'm excited. I'm excited. I look at it from the positive standpoint, looking at where we were at and looking how we were able to basically rickroll the market and get out at $1.66 from 47 cents after we discovered a top and realized we failed to run up. And now we're able to buy back in at 34.6 cents for a long hold on this next rotation until it gives us the ability where it says, all right, we have another failed bear market rally. And I'm not talking about the cents, so yeah, like MEXC said, hit that like button if you're bullish. Hit that like button if you're bullish. 129 people watching, only 86 likes. This is one of the poorest performing like lives that I've had in recent memory. We're always over 100%. To be 43 away is pretty astounding. So if you appreciate what I do, make sure you hit that like button. It's the only way for me to continue to grow my audience. In lieu of becoming more high strung, as for Lent, everybody knows I gave up confrontation. So every time I find myself about to be in a confrontational mindset, I take a step back. But let's just sit in the fact that XRP is up to 57.7 cents. We were on top of this. Yes, hitting likes, like Ramming Speed says, helps the XRP army. It sure does, because you'll find your way here. We'll help more people find their way here. We'll have more eyes on the prize. XDC, as we continue to watch XRP grow, it's up 4.8% on the day. I'm proud of that. We're up 120% approximately in our leverage position. Well, I won't talk about that anymore, but for anybody who knows, they know. So, oh, they put this XRP chart back at the bottom. Why am I not surprised? But we're going to look at XDC right now as well. I know a lot of people were talking about XDC. And XDC's way behind. It's at about 3.96 cents for transparent, or 3.97 cents for transparency. I have just over 40,000 XDC at about 3.3 cents. Brought the average up a little bit, but I bought it on this most recent of dips, as it is very close to this bottoming of this descending triangle. This is the expansion zone we've talked about, and it's been in a very long-standing descending triangle. And it always pumps after XRP starts moving up and XLM. So I expect a explosive move. There could be as big as around a 90 something. It's about a 90+% move here. If it does break out, estimated right here at about the 413 level, with how big this zone is, this expansion of this descending triangle, you could be looking at a rally that could bring you in excess of 90% here. Now, there are lower targets to be met for sure, but that's technically a technical breakout zone if you measure the diameter here. So we have some big things that could possibly happen. And right now, being in the expansion zone for XDC, this is where you would anticipate a rally to happen in a breach, or at least a retest here in the short term of 417. And 417 right now, from where where XDC's at right now, doesn't seem like a lot, but even a retest in this area is about, if we get up to that 4.4 cents approximately. It's 10.9%. So even if we get rejected, you'd look at a push to 4.4 cents and it's 10.9%. Not a bad way to start a portfolio. However, if it breaks down, you would come all the way down potentially to the lower downtrending support is down at 314. So that would give me an opportunity, maybe not to expand, but that's just below my average buy-in that I've raised it up a little bit here. But it's an opportunity that I see worthwhile as it's come down some 64% from this move to 6-1. Or some 54 or 53% from that move. Maybe a little bit farther, but about 53%, 50%. So there's definitely blood in the water for XDC, but there's a huge moment here for an expanding rally. Somebody yesterday, and I felt very bad for their friend, they came in here, they said that their friend flipped out of XRP yesterday and put into DGB, and I said that's a terrible move. Not that I don't like DGB, but it's already up over 100% from when we bought in, and it was on a massive rally as to where XRP was on the cusp of a move. Now their portfolio is down better than 4.2% while watching XRP go up 4.8%, which means they compounded their portfolio and they're down 9%. They're down 9% of whatever their portfolio is, and it's only going to probably get worse here for the foreseeable short term. And now they're probably stressed out and flipping out of DGB to go back into XRP. Never flip out of one that's not rallied yet for one that's rallied is all I'm saying. Ale said, like if you are bullish, don't if you are foolish. Well, it's not that they're foolish, but yeah, make sure you hit that like button if you are bullish, because in the moment we are absolutely bullish. DGB is down 4.2%. It's not that the rally's over. Don't think that. It's just, remember, that uptrend now after hitting resistance, it hit it much quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to take a little longer to get there. It did it all in one shot. So now what we're looking for, and it's not a bad thing. We hit the resistance like we thought at 1.3. Now we just have to either, it's probably going to come down to this uptrending support, but that's right around 1.182. And then you can expand next because you're going to have a bigger push out. And your next rally should get you to about 1.8. So this friend in the short term might feel bad, but in the long term might be feeling very, very nice because DGB was way down, much farther than XRP is. But in the short term, I knew that was a disaster because I knew XRP was about to move. I don't buy future contracts very often, but when you hear me give open information at 54.5 cents that I took out a 20x contract, you should know there's a reason why. I never do it. Never. And that wasn't even a $300 thing. It was just a way to build a little bit of cash flow. As I said, I'm very cash poor. I have a lot of stuff tied in assets, a lot in precious metals, and I don't keep a lot of cash on hand, so I find opportunities to build cash flow, and this is a way. Even $400 is a nice cash flow. So like I said, this is everything for me. What I do here each and every day is not so that I can become more financially wealthy through each and every one of you. I have to pay attention to the markets because I have not worked a real job in 3 years since I started to work the markets. Over 3 years. About 4 years, because it was in sometime right when the pandemic started, I never went back to work. Once we had the pandemic, the job I was working ended anyhow, but I never went back and worked for anybody else. So it's something that we have to focus on. Yes, Gala, everybody. Gala. Yes, we've been patient with Gala. I like to go. We bought Gala, as everybody knows, a long time ago. We bought 10,000 tokens. Does anybody remember where Gala was? I always forget. Was it 1-2? Was anybody here over on FOMO Fridays and Winning Wednesdays? And look, everybody, I'm not blowing smoke. I put the next technical move up, and I said once it broke out of that target, we had to move to 3961. Sure as hell did it not hit 3961 right now. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm not trying to trick anybody, I promise you. I just want you guys to build with me. I've said the only difference between me being a millionaire and showing you the steps and watching it happen with the way I'm doing it is I'm not a millionaire yet, and you're watching it transpire since 21. The assets I've built are extraordinary, and not in the way that most people might think. I don't have a traditional savings account, but I've got over $30,000 in precious metals over the years now at much lower levels than we are that are starting to build up. That's my investment. I don't know what it's worth in today's terms, but then I don't keep a lot of cash. So everything I do, because I don't have a 401k, I don't have anything like that. It all goes through what I believe is going to happen here in the future. And I got it put in a rough circumstance, so I had to put it upon myself when Julie got in that car accident in 2020. And my son broke his femur, and Julie's had 5 surgeries. She was a full-time worker, and she was up for promotion. She had over 10 years with a nice 401k and all this other. She hasn't been able to work in years. They deny her disability for no reason. So, you know, I don't even have medical insurance, to put it in perspective. You know, this job don't offer medical insurance because I'm independently wealthy, you know, in my own sense. I'm not even wealthy, but I can live independently. So this is everything. What's going to transpire here up through 2028 is going to set me apart from the rest of my constituents. All the 9-to-5ers. So that's just, that's something you would have to. Oh, yes. XDC, yes, my friend. XDC, as I've said, I know you just tuned in, but let's finish with Gala. So we have this move up, 3961. And I believe we bought at 1.2 cents with Gala. It might have even been lower, but we're up several 100% with Gala already. It's not our best performing asset because Flare's up better than 550% still. No, actually it's up like 600%, but we have a few over 200-300% now. It's pretty remarkable, and we're still in the midst of a bear market. So it's incredible. But right now, if we do back test and we come down from 3961, you would expect just to build the bullish handle, ladies and gentlemen. Just expect to build the bullish handle. So if there's a reason you would trust anybody to follow, one, I don't charge you anything. So somebody who knows, somebody once told me a long time ago, and I've stuck with it through my life, that if somebody has something worth teaching, they're not going to put a price tag on it. Because their success isn't defined what they're teaching you in that moment. It's built up from a lifelong opportunity that they've acquired, that they've understood, and now they've capitalized on, and now they can pass on to the next generation. So, and my understanding is, you pass on what you know, and the person that gains an understanding when it finally comes to fruition, they will pay it forward 10 times over for the fact that you gave them the opportunity to learn without putting a price tag on their head. Because when I was trying to learn, when I tried to do it through YouTube, everybody wanted me to join some class, wanted me to join some stupid whatever. I didn't have the money. How am I going to do it? So I've come at it, and I promised myself, and I promised the Lord, if I was ever in the position, I told this story in 21, but it continues to spawn on, that I would put my content out like this for free, and I would teach as many people as possible until we got to where we're going, and then beyond. So that's what I'm saying. We might come to a cup and handle formation, a bullish handle, and that's going to shoot us up into the next tier. Next tier, ladies and gentlemen. Gala is on its way. Gala, we got to steal. I've said it over and over and over. Gala at one time for 10,000 tokens, and this is not a joke. For 10,000 tokens, it would have cost you $8,435. We got 10,000 tokens, a little bit more we bought, but 10,000 tokens in perspective for 120 bucks. So what if you could turn 120 into 8,000? That's what I'm talking about. That's how you build a portfolio, and that's how you become a millionaire in a bull market, not a bear market. You can't buy it in a bull market. You have to buy it through the bear market when nobody else wanted it. When somebody bought them for 10,000 tokens for $8,000, and you're getting those same 10,000 tokens for 120 bucks. That's where the true potential's at. XDC. And somebody said XRP's pumping. Oh boy, XRP's up 5. Oh boy. Here we go. Up 6.15%. This is what we've been waiting for. We are now, oh, Michael Butler, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Everybody wants to call what we do in this community FUD or say the time's useless, but did we not front run this, and did I not come off of this? Have we stayed true to ourselves? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we've been waiting for. There's a reason I came live. If you've got cannabis, light it up now. If you appreciate my work, hit that like button. Just hit that like button. And if you've ever, Julie, XRP's pumping. It's up to 58.4 cents right now. Oh, TT's up? Good boy. And we're attempting a breakout, ladies and gentlemen, from the July of 2023 formation. If we get on top and hold 58.1 cents, we will now start pushing up to the 60-cent pivot point, followed by the 66.6 cent rising channel. So, we tell no lies here, folks. It takes time, and I look like a, you know what, oftentimes, but now XRP's up over 6.4% on the day. And we are starting to build up where we're trying. This is what we've been trying to do. We're going to let this gather for a minute. And for anybody who's in that 20x trade, you guys are killing it right now with me. Just absolutely killing it. XDC is definitely brewing something here, as somebody said in the comments. I did add 13,000 XDC to put up to 40,000. It brought my average from about 2.8. I think 3.3 is a little overestimating it, but I like to say that. It looks like it's building a massive rally here in the short term. This pattern, it oftentimes waits for XRP to do a move. So XRP's pumping. That means XLM, as some have commented, XLM should be on. It's pumping 2.7%, but XLM should be on tap, as XLM is now starting to push out of its range from the short-term formation, and it's seeking out over time 13.5 cents, as XRP would be seeking out around 66 cents. But right now we've had this push well over resistance right now. I don't even know what this means for our position, for my leverage position. Let's just see. As we started, we were up 112%. Right now we're up 150%. That $291 is up $457 right now, to put it in perspective. And that is just a one-day trade, just over a one-day trade. So, you know, this is where you can, with a fundamental understanding for very little funds, if you watch what I do from a spot perspective, and I have not taken a long trade in a very long time. We were just so built up, ladies and gentlemen. So you keep your emotions in check, and that's why we're lighting the cannabis. No overreactions here. But from a leverage perspective, if we're breaking out to the next tier, we certainly don't want to get rid of it too early. It's just that, you know, we've had a nice, fantastic move here. And I'm glad I could share it with each and every one of you. To go over this once more, the July of 2023 pattern, or January of 24 pattern formation that broke out. We confirmed the breakout, and I came on and said it. That should target 66.6 cents, but I said, hold on, my friends, before we can do the whole 25%. We've got to get past the July of 2024 rotation or pattern formation. And guess what, folks? With this recent push up, we've now checked January of 2024 formation. We've checked the July of 2023 formation. We're over the top right now. We have not lied about this entirety of this move, and everybody could have joined us, even if you didn't buy XRP at 48.4 cents. I said we're about to have a 40% move, so wouldn't it be nice to buy in there at 48.8 cents? If you haven't bought in yet, don't just expect 34 or 18 cents because the jabronis say so. Follow the pattern formations. 58 cents, 58.1 cents right now. If we hold that breakout, it's going to confirm a push to the next level. Right now, though, I would expect some volatility back down to about 58.1 cents. Not because I don't think it can continue, but you have to retest each level unless we run up to 60 cents and then back test. So we have to watch in the short time frame. So I'm very appreciative for everybody being here right now. And this is exciting times we're in. Very exciting times we're in. But let's see in the short time frames. Right now in the 3-minute, we're bouncing off of support. And we're looking to have a continuation candle. We want to break in the next couple candles 58.67 cents. But we very well could have a retest at 58.1 cents. So right now, if it was you, are you selling out of a 20x position right now, or are you holding on? I want to know from the comments. Because right now we had a rally, so you would expect at some point here for us to back test some of these moves. So I would like to hear from the audience what you would do. And I'm not talking from a spot position. I'm talking about from a 20x leverage position. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, we're up $450. We're up 147% on $291. Not a bad day at the office. So with that being said, I'm going to teach you good fundamentals, and I have, you know, no choice but to sell out my initial investment. So we will close out I'm going to have to close out about $300. I'm going to close out $310 worth to get my initial investment back plus a few dollars. So I'm confirming that. So now we're still up $138, but we have back And this is just, I have to do this because it's good fundamentals. I can't not teach you how to keep your money safe. So it's sold out. Oh, I sold out more than I thought. It's still got $90 open at a 20x, but it sold out. Why did it sell out so much? $510. And so we sold out $510. So basically, I mean, it's still up 143%. There's still $222 or $223. Oh, okay. There's $223 in value still here. But we do now have pocketed, it looks like, I just want to make sure what's going on here. Yeah, $552. Wow. So that's crazy. Yep, so 552 taken. We still have $225 in the position at 20x to see if it keeps going, but I'm very sound in a 20x trade. I said where my target was, and now I actually am looking for opportunity. After a retracement, and honestly, because of where we're at, I'm just gonna actually close this out because it actually hit my target. And you know what? I have to stay true to myself because this is what I targeted for many days. So don't think I'm giving up on this at all. I'm gonna watch this real quick because I think now we're gonna have that retracement down, hopefully to retest this pattern formation. So I'm gonna close out my trade. And it's just something I have to do because this is what I do. It closed out at about 144% up. And I had $293 in it. And now that portfolio on that trade, now I have $742 to use on the next 20x trade, if I so choose. Or on the next trade. So congratulations, just good fundamentals here. I have to show you what I believe. And that was my targeted move. I'm hoping it goes higher from a standpoint of but I want to see this back test. We know at some point we're gonna have to back test this structure, so don't be afraid to take 145%. Never be afraid, and especially in a leverage trade. So thank you everybody for your input, and hopefully you understand. Does everybody understand why I did that, or is that a stupid thing that you just witnessed? I want to know your opinion. Because now we can start looking at the market like XLM has not made the same move. We can watch the retracement that's likely going to happen comfortably, or continuation with our spot account. But we've built over $500 in capital in the last 24 hours on less than 300 bucks. So that's how I like to approach things. Yes, hey Mimi, come here. Sorry. Julie, I sold. I turned $293 to $700. And then I'm going to look for the retracement and see if the opportunity continues, but it broke that recently.
You lit the wrong end.
Did I really? Son of a bitch. So now we'll see what happens here, but I think XRP now, if we can get this back test, even if not, we'll see if XRP has eyes right now to just go to 60 cents, or maybe even further, a straight shot to 66.6 cents. But if we do retrace here, remember, we're just trying to hold now 58.1 cents on the daily close. We've done everything we need to do and more. Yes, we've entered an extreme oversold rate, or overbought right now in the smaller time frames. But as we said, we follow the whales for our guidance, and the whales gave us a tailor-made trade here. Now we sit back with our spot position and we wait for the next opportunity. Right now, though, I am very anxious to see, because we did not have a breakout in volume in these 5-minute candles, if we came up and pushed the pressure, and now we're going to have to see. Bitcoin has not taken 57,000. I feel like this is a opportune moment for XRP holders to figure out what they want to do here and to see the next layer up building right in front of our very eyes. I think within the short term, 66.6 cents is still a major opportunity here, and the fact we've pushed over the July of 2023 formation with a clear opportunity to back test. Now, if we do break down, I would hope for a push to 60 cents first, have that volatile swing to 581, But I guess 588 area we were at, then push down to 581 would be okay. So yeah, Leo, it was $293 to $742 in 24 hours. So I tried to, you know, help the community out in the best way I could with the small sum. No, I didn't buy at 48 and sell at 58. No. There was a leverage trade we took out as a community. For anybody who's been watching, they discovered what I was doing, and I took it out at 54.5 cents. I sold that leverage trade position that was a 20x that I was up 147% on. It hit my tactical move and then some. So I sold that. It was $293 and it turned into $742. No, I am not selling my spot position. That's not what this is about. No, I sold them all, brother. Don't tell me what I did, homie. I won't acknowledge you the next time. I sold partial and then I sold the rest of them at 141%. If you're coming in here to start trouble, I don't appreciate it. So moving on. XRP right now is over the July of 2024 formation. And now we're going to see if it can continue on to 60 cents. See, there's a level of disrespect that comes when you're trying to be transparent. My leverage trading position, yes, I sold. I just told you. And no, not bought at 48 cents. Last time I'm going to say it. Spot positions 346 still in. Leverage trading position was in at 40. What was it? 54.5 cents, sold at around 586 on average. It depends. One was at 587, one was at 585. 141 to 148% on $293. If you keep putting in gaslighting information in my comments, I'm going to have no choice but to time you out. I'm not doing confrontation, but it's very important you don't lie to the audience or misrepresent what I'm doing. Very important. And no, I did not sell the long. You should take what I'm saying for verbatim. I'm the one doing it. Why would you ask somebody else? So anyhow, moving on. XDC right now is at 3995. I feel like it's going to expand out of here. As you know, I have 40,000 XDC that I expanded on when it came down to the 3965 level, 397, which brought my position up a little bit from 2.8 cents. But I felt like this was an opportunity for me to expand that bag just a little bit. So therefore, spending money, I wanted to gain capital. So now you guys know my intentions of why I did what I did. Yeah, no. I'm not selling my XRP at all, period. My spot bag doesn't go anywhere. That's the first leverage trade I've made in a long time, and I don't like having them open. So I took advantage of what was there. XRP is at 58.7 cents approximately, 58.8 depending on exchange. It's so undervalued though, XDC. I firmly believe it's very, as far as the 3X's, it's the most undervalued. If you understand the fact that XDC at one point, and Christopher, I appreciate the fact that you were willing to talk back and forth with me. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. So we can come to an understanding and we can get to where we need to go. And very quickly at that. So XDC, if we're looking just from the top of this formation, is big enough. But let's look at the grand scale, folks. Where XDC was at, we were all the way up here at 19.4 cents. XDC right now, even at 3.9, we'll even say 4.03 cents, is down almost 80%. So we're down 80% from the all-time highs on XDC. That's crazy. It's crazy undervalued. Joe, respect, Tom always gives the truth, no fluff or hopium. I appreciate that. Well, I can't give hopium, because if I give hopium, you're not going to learn anything. That's why I showed you good fundamentals. As much as I wanted to keep that open, I know good fundamentals on a leverage trade. And just as quickly as you get a 20x gain is as quickly as you lose it all and then some. And then you overhold, and then before you know it, you're down. Or you might lose and get liquidated out. We've all been part of that. So I'm teaching what I know to be right. So now I'm looking at this back test. I'm looking at a back test here. No, Christopher, don't be sorry. The fact you misunderstood me and that I wasn't properly articulating what I needed to say, that's why I was so vehement in my response, so that you would know. you know, what was going on. And if you wouldn't have asked, don't be sorry. If you wouldn't have asked, somebody else wouldn't know. They might have thought that I sold the spot position. So it's vital that the audience asks questions and holds me accountable. That's why I was saying, just take my word for it. Don't ask the audience. You know, if we're going to have a transparent conversation, and then you took my word. So, and you helped to enlighten the audience. So right now, what? Nah. It's not about, no. Nope, I was just a little more rambunctious there because, you know, you have to hear exactly what's going on. So what I'm looking at, I'm hoping for a push to 60 cents here for transparency, and then a retest down to about 58.1 cents. Now it can happen at any minute, a push down to 58.1 cents. The fact that hardly ever do you see a push up over a structure without a retest, or it possibly being a fake wick the first time up, because there's still the possibility, just hear me out, there's still the possibility, and don't get upset at XRP if it does this, because it's not a pile of trash, it didn't fail, but there is the chance it was, whoops, and we'll do it from here just for a smaller time, that it's overzealous at first, creates this, whoops, that's a little too wide, but it creates this little handle and then makes the push like this. There are the chances that that's happening as well. A lot of it's going to be depicted on Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin hasn't moved anymore, XRP will kind of follow within its moments of opportunity, let's call them, to have the next rally point. So if Bitcoin were to come down to like 55.8 or 56, it might take that opportunity to retrace to 581 or 577. But make no mistake about it, we are looking super bullish right now. And the XRP market cap speaks it. We talked very hardcore about getting back up into here at first, at 29.3, and then ultimately pushing up past this 31 point. It was about 31.57, but we knew once it came up there, it was irrelevant. We're coming up to the pattern formation now at 32.3 billion, which we're at, to see if we have a bigger move. So now it looks to me like, just saying, if we're talking about that handle that could be formed, what if it bounces here to make sure the support's there and then it bounces out? That would be the perfect condition for a handle. So now with that volatile area coming into play, I find it important to just be in the spot position. Take the profits that were handed to us and keep our spot position and move on. Like I said, as quickly as gained is as quickly as lost in the leverage trading, especially at a 20x position. I just didn't want to put as much capital in because I don't have as much capital in free cash. Tax season just wiped me out through winter taxes. We got summer taxes in a few months, which if you're a homeowner, it sucks. But it's something you got to keep working for. So now we've got DGB down 4.53%. We've discussed a little bit here today. Flare down 10%. Has to retrace. Flare had a huge gain. It's up over 600% in the last couple months. Now it's about 550%, 530. But it's had a big up push. Big up push here. Total crypto market cap, and like Julie, she's very happy. She's got 10,186 Doge, and I rebought them back for her at 5.5 cents. She was one of the lucky ones at $50. She built up a free stock for clicking on something that I had on Robinhood at the time when I was doing my trading there. She got a free stock, and she built that up into almost 50 bucks, put it into Doge at 0.000 and some change, and it turned into over $1,000. She was one of those people that infinitely X'd her portfolio, sold it out on the Saturday night debacle, and I held it to the side. I sold it for her. I sent it to my portfolio, and I held it there until it got down to 5.5 cents, bought it back for her. Now I sent it back to her on Doge. It was right around 9 cents when I sent it back to her on Robinhood, because I wanted to continue to build it up. And once she got it back, she was so happy. Now it's up today for 10.4%. So that's another one we have in the bag. So we have a lot of stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable what we built together. I mean, it's unbelievable to think what we built together. And what have we been talking about? As we are very transparent here, and this is coming, I've got to make this, I don't want to end this now, but at some point I will have to end this because I still have a live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that is going to be extremely important. So everybody who's here, please come back then as well. And I'm not ending this. Make FYI, this is not being ended. Just telling you, at some point I will have to. Right now, though, the total crypto market cap, we're looking for that push up to 2.142 billion or trillion. And that's the first layer. If it breaks past there, We have some room to run. I haven't put it on there because I do not want to give everybody that illusion that it's coming up there. But make no mistake about it. If we get above this area and hold, and actually if I'm being transparent, we should probably go all the way to the top at 2.169. But if we break this area, look how much room there is to 2.284, and we'll go level by level. There's a lot of room to form here, but that 2.169 is the cup that it would probably have to form a handle, and that extension up to 2.28 to the next formation, if it does do it in this route, would be extremely, I mean, when I say bullish, I mean ultra bullish. If it does it like this and then builds the handle and pushes out, ultra bullish. Even if it does it like this, builds the handle and pushes out, extremely bullish. And it would push up to that next tier. 2.284 is important because that could be where it overruns and then builds the handle back to 2.169. So pay attention. We're in a very, very opportunistic time right now. If you're new here, and I'm not tooting my own horn, you can go back on my last live from yesterday to see the comment that I showed everybody. But actually, you know what? Just so that nobody rips me, I don't even want to say it. So somebody said, and I put this up, XRP, we maintain our bullish setup. XRP aims at 25% breakout. And that was just yesterday, about 35 hours, or about 45 hours ago. So about 2 days now. And XRP was still down at 52, 53 cents. And, you know, they said this, and somebody said, John said, and I continue to give credit to my audience for standing up for the community. He said, you might want to waste more of your time and go back to review Tom's prior calls on support and resistance levels. I have made thousands on Bitcoin using Tom's calls, one of which was the call he bought him on Bitcoin around 26,500. Would doubling your money count as a waste of time? And that shows you it was at about 53,000 at the time. It's gone up another 4,000 from this comment. Note, this particular channel is for positive, persistent, diligent investors who want to profit from knowledge. If all you want to do is take pot shots and gripe with uninformed cynicism, you may want to look elsewhere. So, is XRP at 59 now? Let's go! We're doing it. We got to get up here a little bit higher, though, because we have to have a real back test here to confirm the continuation. Our sights are not 60 cents. We do not have our sights set on 60 cents here. We have our sights set, where is this at? For XRP, we have our sights set firmly. Where's this at? We have our sights set. Let me get to the right. I'm very excited right now, as you can see. We have our sights set at 66.6 cents. And we may very well have to do a back test here. So pay attention. If we can come up to 60 cents, maybe 60 cents would be beautiful right here. Because then it would allow a proper back test where we could hold strength and boom. Personally, I just want to see it run up to 66.6 cents and just see the excitement in the community. You know, sometimes it's hard to do this when there's no excitement. You got to make your own excitement. But right now, XRP is exciting. We're exciting, damn it. It's a sight to see right now. It sure is a sight to see. Up 7.3% on the day right now. Very volatile. This is what we want to see to make some... Sorry, Gianni. The emotion's coming out. But, you know, it's an exciting time when XRP... Come on. Is it not exciting when XRP's moving? If you've ever considered joining Tom's Army, take a moment when XRP is approaching the 60 cent mark and is up 7.62%. Maybe take some of those gains we've had on our way up from where we bought in and make the jump to Tom's Army and show that support for all the time I put in. I would greatly appreciate it. Or consider sending one YouTube super chat per month to show your appreciation. If you're looking to trade XRP, look in the pinned comments in this live right now in the comment section. That's for BITUNIX in the USA. Lowest spot fees on the market. If you're looking for a spot to possibly buy in and rally up to 66 cents, if you get an opportunity at 58.1 cents and it shows a hold, that would be an opportune level for a retracement. Otherwise, 60 cent pivot level, we could push that right now, which I would be very much in favor for. And then just keep railing. Let's face it. Let's just keep railing here and let's just continue on. That's what I want. That's what I want. We're looking very nice from that 348 position right now. So, you know, there's a lot of negative people. There's a lot of negative ones. But this is this is the time that you need to hold solace in the fact that you stayed true to the plan, you stayed true to what's going on. You know, it's just a nice thing here. I just don't want anybody to get their hopes up when we likely backtest this descending triangle, or this July of 2023 formation, because it doesn't really seem like you'd be able to get through it unless with the market cap, we go up high enough to where the backtest is actually at 32.14 billion. But that would be interesting. But that should still put you in a scenario where 581 could come back into play here. I don't see a scenario around that. And that could be our signal. I'm looking for a signal up to 66.6 cents now. This is our initial breakout signal. Now we need to have a breakout hold. Remember how the descending triangle from 2024 in January, we did the same thing? Initial breakout. It looked very good. And then we back tested, and I said they tried to shake us out. It came back. Look at the initial try. Initially, we came all the way up to 57.8 cents. Came back through on an overzealous retest at 53.9. Came down to 57.5. Back tested again to 52.5. Now we pushed out. Looked like we're off to the races at 54.3, and again came back to 52.8. Now we've pushed out to 59.25. And if we look at it, logically, if we back test, it should be somewhere in this broken formation at about 58.1 cents. If we continue moving up, we could have a logical pivot point at 60 to 62 level. 60 cents is a big one. So I'm trying to keep everybody updated and informed. Thank you all so much who are tuned in. 191 viewers. I know this is very exciting times for XRP. And you should also be excited about some of the other ones that haven't run up quite as much. And I'm telling you this information because I don't want you to be like, oh my God, it's just over. We went up to 59.2 and look how quickly it can come back. So now it's at 5.87 instead of 5.92. Don't be like, oh no, it couldn't hold 59 cents. 58.1 cents is all you should be worried about right now. You should be laser focused in on that pattern formation breach and breakout attempt here at 58.1 cents. This adder push up is great. We needed it. We need as much liquidity as possible on the push down to hold this formation. And did I not tell everybody that FUD of what came out in California, not that it's FUD, but the illogical lawsuit California put on Ripple for selling unregistered securities in the state of California via XRP. I told you that was the catalyst to another push. And it made me even more bullish for an imminent push. And now look what happens the very next day. Algo's down 2.21%, as somebody asked in the audience. Has had a fantastic breakout, and let Algo serve. It had a similar pattern. Well, not similar, but it broke out of a long-standing pattern. Went up to about 21.1 cents. Came all the way back down. Had an overzealous push through 19.6 and then pushed out. Even now we came back. Algo looks like it's getting ready for a next layer breakout. We know with Algo we're looking at around 28 to 30 cents on a cup and handle breakout, as we've already broken out of the handle right now, and it should bring us up closer to 28 cents. So in time we are absolutely looking at a massive breakout here as well. If you're new, we bought Algo on Winning Wednesday and FOMO Fridays back in the summer when it came down below 10 cents. We were trying to get to 10,000 tokens before 10 cents. We did not. We failed. But we didn't fail. We still managed to build 7,865 tokens approximately together. And now we're up over 100%. And then we're about to rail even more. So we did an incredible job together. This isn't me. We. Us. I can't do this by myself. This audience wouldn't be 20,300 plus without each and every one of you. We wouldn't be on the cusp of a historical move if we couldn't do it together and keep our emotions together. We haven't wavered any step of the way, and we understood the meaning of long hold. You don't long hold through market cycles. So in 21, we bought at 47 cents. I had less than 1,500 subscribers at the end of this move. And in April, just 3 months later, we had to sell out at $1.66 because we realized the cycle shifted. The government talked about quantitative tightening, and we knew it was over. We said we wouldn't buy back in until we got resupported on the uptrending support on that huge pattern formation. And it did. We waited. Our long bags at 346. When they said they were going to quantitative ease, we bought. When they went from quantitative tightening to easing, we knew we were buying wholesale. Everything. XRP, we got in a little bit before they said that because it hit its point. So it's just been an amazing journey here, honestly. Like, and I'm so blessed to be here with each and every one of you. So I think we are all on the same page right now. As you can see, XLM has not had quite the move. I think XDC is going to surpass XRP's move probably 3-1, whatever it does here. If you think XRP's backed up, you've seen nothing about, I mean, XDC is truly backed up. Even what I bought at 397 is starting to push back up. You know, I'm very bullish about this, what's setting up right now. Even though I bought most of mine at 2.8, so don't let me fool you. I bought 27,777 tokens at 2.8 approximately, just under. I bought just under 3.3, another 12,000 and what, 12,300 approximately, because I wanted to get the 40,000. So I say it's a 3.3 average now. It's probably closer to 3.2, 3.15, but it is what it is. XRP will be over $1 in April. That would be a sight to be seen, my friend. Bandito, thank you so much for re-upping in Tom's Army for 6 months. And I know that's true because you've got the XRP predictor. Now I know that's at least 6 months for you. I really, really, really appreciate that gesture, my friend. 6 months in Tom's Army. What a sign of support there. If you are watching right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. At the start of the, what do we have? I know we have, let me look real quick how many subscribers we have to the station. Could somebody tell me how many active subscribers we have right now currently? Right now, XRP is continuing a push at 591. Like we said, don't get demoralized. Every time it consolidates, it has another chance to push up. Every time we hold that 581 level now, it's going to, that would confirm. So right now, we're trying to confirm a back test whenever it happens at 58.1 cents or outright blow past 60 cents and use that as a new support zone. Yeah, it's 20,300. I don't know what the exact number is. So it's 20,300. So let's make a push towards 20,400. As I'm pretty sure it was like 20,352 today when I started doing my technical analysis, somewhere around there. But 20,300. So let's drive for the next level here. XRP's up to 59.27 cents now. Unbelievable. We are pushing now, folks. We are absolutely pushing now. We are absolutely pushing now. Bandito, 6 months. It's my birthday, so thanks for making it special with all you do, bro. Oh, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Wow. Happy birthday, and thank you for the $19.99 donation. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh no, Janae, my spot trade is not going anywhere. That's for the long term. That is for the long term, love. This is an incredible, incredible, incredible move. And it's capping what we've been talking about. For everybody who didn't think that it had a chance, eat your heart outs, baby. You know, that's just what we do. We've got 20 minutes left for the 4-hour candle. As somebody said in comments, and they are dead on. Dead on. Dead on. I hope we just immediately start green just like you. Where's our top right now in this candle? 594. Oh, baby. This is going to be an engulfing candle, ladies and gentlemen. This should be an engulfing candle here. We got 22 minutes until this candle closes. 199 people watching, 198 likes. This is incredible. Just incredible. And I told everybody, patience. It was not the time to sell where we were at 48 cents. It was a good time to buy back. But I mean, you could be talking about the start of something massive here. I'm just talking, we could be on the start of something big here, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't know when, or how, or why. But I'm still not convinced that we're not coming back to 58. I just know technical analysis and what I would do if I was a market manipulator to send people out, but also to signal to the technical trader that it might be time to get back on board like an institution. That hold at 58.1 would be very important if we get it, or push up to 60 cents and consolidate. H-bar, very bullish. It is having a consolidation, but H-bar is broken out of a cup and handle formation. Very bullish. And I drew this out for everybody so you would understand how that bull flag would play out. And it's actually a jank bull flag, but... And I say that because in no way is that even lined up properly. In zero way. But You can look at it from one of two areas, but this is absolutely set up in a bull flag setup. And right now it's giving us the pattern formation. We've broken out of a cup and handle, as we know. But I mean, you could simply look at it like this. Oh, wait a minute, that's terrible. Comes across, it's something like that. So we're looking to break out of a bull flag. If it breaks down, you'd be coming down to like the 10-cent area. But it looks like we've got a lot of steam left. We're looking more like the 15 to 18. Well, first is 13.4 is our next move. But we built the bullish handle here. So that's all there is to say about it. I think we're going to have a big move. Excellent job with H-bar. That was a good decision. H-bar was in a big consolidation. And now you should have at least probably 1x that newest purchase, I would say. Ooh, XRP starting to rally. Let's go. Up 8.13% now, everybody. 59.5 cents right now. Absolutely spectacular. So, with that, everybody, I'm going to have to... Well, I don't want to necessarily end this just yet. There's 205 people, Julie. Huh? I know, I got to save my voice for tonight, too. I do know that. But I think this gave a real accurate depiction of what's going on. Let's see if we can push up to 60 cents now. Tom, when do you expect to get a haircut, says John. Well, I can't get a haircut until XRP gets to $1. And we still got some ways to go before then. As you can see, since July of last year, it's added up. It's getting pretty long, I would say. The goatee is getting pretty long. I kind of look like I got electrocuted now if I take my hat off. But I embrace it wholeheartedly. But now we're looking for a daily close tonight. At worst, and remember, guys, we've still got 4 hours and 19 minutes. At worst, we're looking for 581 close. We've now built 1.5 cents of leverage here. 1.5 cents of leverage in between. We're up 8.28%, and we should be feeling very, very happy. Very, very happy. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. Thank you for tuning in at the very end of this live, as I am going to have to let my voice rest, but I would love to see everybody back in at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as it is going to be a very lively live, and we're going to see exactly where the daily close ends in, what is it, 4 hours and 18 minutes from now. It depends. I'm not a big leverage trader. The fact I got to make what I did already and now I get to watch it, I don't know if it would be XRP I would long from there, or if I would look at something like XLM that's undervalued right now in the same scenario. But I don't typically like to long two separate moves in the same move. So it would be very dependent. You could get some volatility after this daily close. Oh yeah, Flare needs to have a huge retracement. It has to. It was up better than 600%. We bought Flare at 0.0072 just a few short months ago. Flare needs a massive correction. I am not surprised in the least. I don't know what happened to my other chart, so we have to resort to this one. It looks like TradingView deleted it again. So we'll just go to this. So at worst case scenario, you're going to come back down and retest this uptrend, you know, and see if we're still bullish. And that's all the way down at 3.6. If we're doing the parabolic move, we still have a chance to hold this next tier. We do. Because you could say you're in something like this, but that still is more of a drop here. So, you know, it's had a big run up. Big run up. So I'm anticipating a move at least down to that 4.3 area to see if it can hold it. And then if not, down to like that 3.6 area. Gala's up 22%, so our spot trade on here is up several 100%. It's gone over the 396 area, and now if it backtests and holds it, if it does consolidate, you're off to the next level. And we can be very, very, very optimistic about Gala. There's been a huge breakdown that happened here, and let's just look at it how it is now, see if we can have a successful backtest, because I don't want to like give anybody the wrong interpretation here of what's about to happen. But we're definitely in a nice bullish formation. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciated this live, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this live to more people. Hit that subscribe button so you can come back at 6:30 p.m. and see all the updates throughout the day, along with the shorts, the short videos I do. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, but especially XRP in this community, look in the video description below and or pinned comment in this very live for BITUNIX for the USA users. The lowest spot fees, you don't need a VPN or KYC to make the trades. So that can be very to your advantage here. Take advantage of it while you can. As you can see, XRP is coming down a bit. As I said, you're going to have consolidations. It's down almost 1% now from the top. Nothing major, but just pay attention to what's going on. There's also MEXC if you can use it. If you're already a customer in the USA, due to uncertainty, they don't allow new users now. But if you have the advantage to do it, there's no spot fees on the buy and sell or on leverage trading right now. And then PHEMEX for the UK or Australia, but that's all in the video description below. The pinned comment is for USA users with BITUNIX. I would take advantage of it while you can. We don't know how long they're going to let us buy XRP in the USA. Every single exchange seems to back out except for Uphold is the only permanent one, with a couple others, but not very many. BITUNIX is one though that hasn't turned their back on us, so I'll continue to show support there as well. So let's continue to watch this XRP movement. Watch that 581 on the back return, 60-cent pivot point above if we continue moving. But let's see if we can now confirm the breakout of this July of 2023 formation. Have a